This will be one of the last videos of my face for a while. I'm going to take a break. Not from all social media, but from showing my face. Because I have a problem. I like attention. And you know, attention can be a good thing, but too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. And I, among other things, suffer from the vice of vainglory. So I do want to record this video. I think it's an important video. I think it will be a helpful video. But I want to do it in the spirit of helping others and not getting likes or people commenting or subscriptions or whatever everybody else is after out there. Because I think that for me, that is the path to destruction. I may not be gone forever, but I will be gone, at least my face will be gone, for a while. Let's get into it. I've had a few people reach out to me and ask for advice for first-time pipe smokers, or for people that are getting back into the hobby. And there's some folks that, you know, they're just looking for information. Probably the most common way that this question comes to me is simply, what pipe do you suggest? Look, it doesn't matter if you are a brand new pipe smoker or if you are Tolkien. The answer is actually the same. The first thing that you are going to look for in a pipe is the material. And the material that you should be using is briar. Can pipes be made out of other materials and be safe or effective or efficient? Yes, absolutely. But nothing is as good as briar. High quality clay pipes are fine, but they get very hot. They make it hard to hold the bowl. They can also have a weird mouthfeel depending on how the stem is set up. Fruit woods are good because they're safe. They don't emit any toxins in the smoke as you're smoking it, but they burn. They will burn. You can burn through them if you smoke them heavily. Briar really doesn't burn. You can also see other wooden pipes out there that are made out of olive or mortar wood. We actually make a few of those sometimes. They're fine, but they're not briar. Another really cool option out there is meerschaum. Meerschaum is a mineral and it can be carved into pipes, different pipe shapes. Those are really cool. Those are, you know, a lot of those are collector pieces, but still they don't perform like briar. They don't perform bad. In fact, meerschaum pipes, you know, meerschaum is actually one of my favorite materials for pipes, right behind briar. So, you know, meerschaum's fine too. But again, for a first-time pipe smoker, briar is typically going to be a lot more affordable than meerschaum, and in my opinion, it still outperforms it. There are different grades of briar from different parts of the world. I mean, anywhere around the Mediterranean is where the white heather tree grows, and the briar that we use, it's the burl under the white heather tree. So, piece of advice number one, briar. It doesn't have to be a high-end briar pipe. You don't have to spend $800 on your first pipe. Please don't do that. But briar pipes can be had for very affordable prices. You do get what you pay for, and the stems are going to be varying quality, varying materials. I myself have a small handful of pipes that I use that do have plastic stems, but they're few and far between. Most of mine are going to be vulcanite, ebonite, or acrylic. And I do have a few pipes. And I do smoke a lot. But you know, sometimes briar pipes can be had for as low as around like $30, $40. It really just depends on the access you have to what we call basket pipes, which are cheaper, manufactured factory pipes. Most of the factory type pipes that we have on our website are going to be in the $100 range, but not all of them. But again, you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money to get a briar pipe. Please keep that in mind when you're looking for your first pipe. But make sure it's briar. You can buy pipes that are made out of dangerous materials. A lot of woods, especially exotic woods, when they are exposed to burning tobacco, will actually emit toxins in the smoke that they're creating. You can also get stuff that looks like a cheap ceramic that is like it'll melt when it comes in contact with fire. Do not attempt. Those are coming out of China. Those are not a good idea. Another really popular question I get is, what kind of tobacco should I smoke if I've never smoked before? Opinions vary widely on this. Should you start with an aromatic? Should you start with an English blend? I typically say to start with one of each. You don't have to spend a whole bunch of money on tobacco right out of the gates. It doesn't even necessarily have to be high-end tobacco, but high-end tobacco is not necessarily expensive. Most of the stuff that I smoke on the regular is less than $5 for an ounce. And I can fill this sucker a whole bunch of times for 1 ounce. If you see a tin like this, a lot of these tins are like 1.5 to 1.75 ounces of tobacco. And this is a lot of tobacco. Tobacco that comes in tins is usually going to cost a little bit more, I think, but like I think this one was $10. This I think is a 2-ounce tin. This is a lot of tobacco. So aromatic blends, English blends, try 1 or 2 of each. See which direction you would like to try more. I smoke both aromatics and English blends. Maybe 2/3 to 3/4 of the time I use an aromatic. The rest of the time it's a English blend. I have a few weird ones in here, like that tin I just picked up, Cross-Eyed Cricket. That's both or neither, depending on how you want to define it. Right now in this pipe, I'm smoking a blend called Byzantium. It's an amazing English blend. And this is one of the pipes that I smoke on the regular. And it's a flawed pipe. You know, I've mentioned this before. I can't really, like, full disclosure, I'm just going to be honest. Like, I can't afford a lot of the pipes that I make. I'm not a rich person, but I have a lot of flawed pipes that I still like and appreciate. So rather than just letting them go through the scratch and dent system we've got set up, I'll keep one every once in a while. I really like this blasted pipe, but man, it had some really gnarly pits. It's got some pits and fills in it, and it's got some exposed cracks, but it draws like a dream. It looks pretty. It's got a great sized bowl on it. It feels comfortable in the hand. Like, what more could you want in a pipe? Like, it's beautifully flawed, like someone else we know. Did I just call myself beautiful? Right off the bat, a couple of suggestions for very affordable aromatics. Lane 1Q is very, very popular, very affordable. Irish Blessing is actually one of my favorite blends of all time. On the English side, if you want to try something that's like full flavor English, Peterson Nightcap. It's a staple. Anybody that likes English blends likes Nightcap. And it may not stick the first time you smoke it, especially if you're not used to smoking a pipe and, you know, you don't have the cadence down, the speed, the draw, all that. It may not be pleasant the very first time simply due to inexperience, and that's okay. If you want to learn how to pack a pipe, I have a separate video for that. If you're having trouble keeping it lit, that is normal. That is okay. It's not a cigar. Pipes don't stay lit like a cigar because it's not a cigar. You're packing it yourself. The tighter you pack it, the harder it is to get air through it. But a tighter pack holds a cherry, so you have to find that happy medium. I tend to pack on the light side by design. That's my personal preference, and you have to figure out how your preference, what your preference is. So much of smoking a pipe is subjective that I can't sit here and tell you how to do all of it yourself because it is different from person to person to person. When someone tells you, this is the best blend, you have to try this. Sure, try it, but that doesn't mean you have to like it because somebody else does. If someone says, you have to pack a pipe this way, no, you don't. If someone says, oh, that briar pipe is crap, I don't know, maybe it is, but like, a lot of people would say that this is a piece of junk, but I smoke this one every week. It's all subjective. One other aromatic that I might suggest, just because you can get it in bulk instead of a tin, which makes it more affordable, would be Byzantium. It's another C&D blend. I've mentioned several of those so far. And that's actually what I'm smoking right now. It's a very pleasant English blend. Really like it. Now, the last thing, because, this is supposed to be a helpful video. If the pipes that we have on the Catholic Pipe Company website are too expensive for you at this time, that's fine. You can get other more affordable briar pipes, but again, please make sure that they're briar through online retailers or other pipe makers. In fact, another thing that you can do is if you're using an online retailer to purchase your first pipe tobacco, a lot of those retailers will also have basket pipes available for sale for a very affordable price. If you have any other questions about pipes or pipe smoking, by all means, get a hold of me. I talk to people every day. It's fun for me. So just get a hold of me through thecatholicpipecompany.com, or you can ring me up